Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, wow, I got that a little loud. Sorry about that. Anyway, hello and welcome, everyone. Today, we're doing another search for more weapons. Yes, you never thought we'd be doing this again, did you? We coin gag, starting at 3, 2, 1. Anyway, there were a few quests in this, and primarily 2 weapons, so I tried to cut out most wanting, but I have to leave in some to, in case somebody just stumbles upon the video. So I left in some of the basic wanting for the last quest that involves a weapon. So the first weapon we're going for is, if you remember correctly, I missed the one in Emil's underground area. But the butler is offering a quest, so I figured, why not? After all, we're gonna need some spare money to buy the remaining viable weapons, so. And it's a very quick mission. And it adds a little more interest in that the shadows have some kind of sentient mind. So basically the butler is just like, there's a shade in the mansion, but it's not doing anything, so. And of course, Nier, being the racist prick he is, just says, let's go gank that thing. I mean, seriously, the guy just doesn't get the idea that it's like a friendly shade. Well, let's kill it.
Who told you you could live in my home? I'll crush you like a bug.
I mean,
Careful, please.
This is a rather hard shell to crack.
Doesn't matter. I'll slice it apart one way or the other.
it's really just kind of a quick thing, to be honest. But yeah, for some reason the shade has like shitloads of defense and lots of HP, but he doesn't fight or anything, so it's kind of a weird quest, to be honest. And then instead of actually walking back, we just get teleported. It won't let us leave, so So it's pretty much easy. Come in, go out, all that. There's no real issue or anything in getting your money or that. So it's a quick way to get a little spare money if you're having trouble. Like I said, quests for the most part are usually the quicker way of getting a lot of money, because you get a lot of money for most of the quests, basically. One in particular can get you lots of money, but it actually has 2 different endings, and can depend a lot on what you want more from that particular quest. You gotta keep in mind, quests are not repeatable. So, the quest I'm speaking now, is one in Seaport that can get you a lot of money if you take one particular path. However, that is a crooked path. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the direct way to find the weapon that's in the underground facility in Emil's mansion. Like I said, for the more direct looting, I'm going to show the path because, if there's anything I hate when I'm trying to look for something, is when it's just like right there, I mean, bailing on the circumstances. If it's a pretty easy thing to understand where it is, but sometimes, like, especially since a lot of the floors in this place have a lot of similar look and angle and everything, I just figured it'd just be easier to show you. It's not really far away. It's on the first floor, and it's not very far away, so it's very easy to get to. And especially since if you're like me and you accidentally missed them, you already have the key, so you can just simply breeze through really fast. Now, this weapon is the Fang of the Twins, which, well, actually, it's kind of interesting name considering the game has twins. Which actually, speaking on that note, did you know that Devlin and Popola's name is actually driven from Drakengard? I believe their names aren't used in the English version, however. But in the Japanese version, I believe 2 of the weapons were named, or no, actually, I think one weapon was their name combined, and the creator liked the name so much, he split it and made the 2 twin characters in Nier. If I remember correctly, or something to that extent. So, a giant accursed axe that was, bathed in the blood of twins. Ugh. So anyway, we're gonna go and just quickly teleport here in 3, 2, 1... And this dialogue happens after that quest with the Shade. I didn't remember it, so I just snagged it real quick and threw it in. So anyway, also to note for this primary quest that the majority of this video is about, you need to be careful of quests. As you can always see right here, I'm immediately being blocked because of, mainly because of
Like what?
water wheel
One of them
quest.
was an invisible force called electricity, which was transmitted through thin copper wires.
In copper wires.
Wow. What did they do with that?
Oh, a great many things. It could be used to power large iron crates, called trains, or illuminate whole cities against the dark of night.
Well, that's stupid.
Is it now?
Who wants to move a big iron crate? And how am I supposed to sleep if it's all bright outside?
Well, I suppose if you wish to look at it that way.
Besides, my life is lots of fun already.
If more people were like you and me, this world might not be half bad. Ugh.
But yeah, the logs, I believe you can get in your village, and you can get the iron in the Twin Brothers area.
Hi.
So, you'll want to probably complete this. Now, do note, I don't have the quest on me, so I legitimately don't know if this quest actually will block you. It's just something that came to mind, so instead of testing it, I just went and got done with. Besides, we saw me picking up before, so I figured we might as well get done this time for sure, so. You can easily get the materials from shopkeepers. The logs should be available in your village, I believe, and you should be able to get the iron from the brothers, the Mario brothers, no, the Junkie brothers. And it's a simple payoff, so. But of course, you can find all the materials too if you're willingly to be that patient. So anyway, getting to the gist of it. This one weapon from now is the rest of this video. The Labyrinth's Shout. A spear that this is the only way to get it. So once you pick up the quest from the blacksmith for the I believe it's called A Damaged Map, you need to come to the library here and go to this bookshelf on the second floor. And you will find, well, a damaged map in a book. After Vice and Nier argue about a damaged book that we get. So anyway, for some reason we just automatically think the strange shop will somehow do something. Right. So anyway, after some fast traveling off screen here, we'll end up in Facade. Oh, Facade, what a weird village. Somewhere in the game you can find dialogue that tells you that hints at the idea that the ancient ancestors of the city were actually slaves, and after their masters have died, they were so bound to rules, they kept following rules to this day, which is supposedly how the culture became how it is. A very odd history, I have to say, but what can you do? So anywho, you give him his materials. The three machine oils will only come from the flying robots in Junkie. That is the only way to get them, and they are a rare drop. They are orange item drop, so you will have to look for them in Junkie, sadly. Eggplants can be bought from a few different plant merchants in a few of the different towns. There's a little variety there. And the goat hide you can just get from the goats, and you would probably have those by now if you killed goats. If you killed all the goats since you've been playing, you should probably have at least 2, if not all. So once you get the map complete, you'll come back to the lady, and basically she's kinda disagreeing with this whole idea. So she basically will bribe us to to go, get the treasure, basically. So, well, she doesn't want to bribe us, but yeah, she asks us to go do it. And of course, Neo, being the nice person to the shells and refusing any intelligence ideals of shades having any type of soul. Which is actually kind of funny when you think about it, because shades are souls. They are the very fabric of a soul. So when you think about it, it's actually kind
You
of
of all
disturbing.
people should be aware that meddling in the arguments of a married couple will accomplish nothing.
I have a job, and I'm gonna see it through.
Your sense of duty is positively breathtaking.
I know what it means to care for your family. If you don't show it until they're gone, it's too late.
It is a tremendous burden. But I cannot say that I dislike that way of thinking.
Anywho, with that, we need to go back all the way up here. Now, we're going to run into another problem here. Depending on, and you can only get this quest in, I think you can only get in part 2, I believe. But, basically what's going to happen is, my story progression is going to interrupt, my quest. It's going to overwrite my quest. So, I was able to still do it, though. She's going to first talk about the actual storyline events. Then I had to go check my mailbox, which is the letter from King Facade. And I was able to come back and finish my quest information with her. So, it's a little annoying that some of the stuff pops in and out as possible problems, so. But you don't have to worry about completely destroying your progression now. And by the way, I was kind of just walking by your house, and there was a piece of paper barely hanging in, so I stuffed it back in the mailbox and closed it. Yep. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm a little confused here for a second, because I was wanting to, I know there's a quest log. I wanted to double check. I wanted to check with her and not her sister, and it was indeed her, so, don't mind this part. I forgot to cut this part out. Sorry. I got most of them, believe me. All this recorded footage I had was about 50 minutes, so I got about 20 minutes out of what I think is mostly needless. I mean, you could argue I could have cut some more out, and that just all depends on how accurate you want to show getting to each item. So, you know, that's just a subjective opinion now, and that's just going to exist forever. And of course, you can use the ship, if you haven't already realized. I've been using the little ship in town to make incredibly quick travel. So, I mean, that's definitely useful for part 2 for a lot of this running around crap. So, yeah, wedding invitation, blah blah blah, is getting married, hitched, all that crap, yeah. Okay, race. And you can go back and get the information you need for your quest. For questing is an ever-changing fashion. You know, that's one thing I have to say I like about Nier, though. Overall, most of the weapons don't involve a lot of busy work. There are weapons that have busy work, but not a lot of them. I mean, Drakengard just... there is just so much shit you have to do to get all those damn weapons. Just so much crap. It's just ridiculous to a certain extent. Just quite ridiculous to a certain extent, man. Sadly, Drakengard 2 continues those trends. I'm hoping Drakengard 3 does it a little better. I mean, I don't mind finding some weapons there, but you know, I wouldn't mind having some kind of mortar or something for some too, you know? kind of mix it up a little on both. You know, some secret hidden ones and shit, and then, you know, a few you can buy. Now, admittedly, Nier, for the most part, almost all the weapons are buyable. There's like 5 weapons that you majorly have to quest for, really. So, I mean, it's... And, in case anyone's wondering, it is the 15th currently, and the 20th is when Drakengard 3 is supposed to come out. So I'll be getting my limited edition sometime in the mail. I'm definitely looking forward to that, of course. Definitely. I mean, I like the series overall, to be honest. It's really a undergroundish kind of series. I mean, you know, a lot of people always say Japan is very open to taboo things and stuff, and well, you know, I kind of agree with that. But, you know, Japan does have its stuff that kind of doesn't really do a whole lot too, you know. I mean, Nier and Drakengard just really does, at least for video games, in my opinion, are very unique experiences in Japanese stories in a video game. You know, all the characters are pretty much all very disturbing in that. I mean, there are some things I haven't talked about in Nier that I still want to save for a little later. I mean, we already know about Kaine, basically. She's a I can't say the damn word. I can't say that film all right. You know, she has guy parts. So I mean, that's all we know. There is something about Emil, and it's not something as drastically horrifying like that, in my opinion, but Emil does have something that the Kratos also did, and it could explain why Emil's really attached to following Nier. It does kind of explain that, in my opinion, but that's not really hinted in the actual game at all, so kind of a weak way of doing that. It would have been better to have more expression of that in the actual game, but anyway. So as you probably already noted, we're at the Lost Shrine, and I cut out the running to the Lost Shrine because that's completely straightforward, so that's simple. The treasure, however, that we have to find is in one specific spot, so that's why I just cut to the inside, and we're gonna go from there. Oh no, it's dead. So yeah, there's a dead end somewhere on the 2nd floor we have to find, so. But, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of weird characters Drakengard 3 brings to the table. That's probably what I look forward to the most. You know, it's nice to see characters that are really different from the mold, per se. I mean, good lord, Drakengard 1 just dealt with so many weird shit. Drakengard 2 isn't as disturbing cast-wise, to be honest. There's probably that one guy who's attached to a gnome spirit that probably, like, has a pact with a gnome. That's probably the most disturbing in Drakengard 2, really. To be honest, that's not that much, to be honest, in my opinion. But Drakengard 1 just was disturbing. Drakengard 1 and 2 are actually very interesting comparisons, actually. Because Drakengard 1 was really trying to break a lot of mold-like shit, while Drakengard 2's entire idea was actually trying to go back into the kind of mold that Japanese audience is used to, and that's why there is a big kind of difference between how the cast and story is between Drakengard 1 and 2. I wonder if Japan actually considered Drakengard 2 kind of a failure, actually, I wonder. I never heard of a lot of opinions. But anyway, you want to go and sell it. I don't know if the quest ends if you keep it. I don't know. Honestly, what I was reading did not actually say, so it didn't even mention the choice, so I already knew we were gonna sell it to the facade junk heap, the junk keeper, the facade strange store. So I don't know if you still get the option if you choose keep it, so you might want to be careful on that. I don't know. If anyone does, feel free to share though. Anywho, we gotta go back to facade. Now, I am going to show Winning to the City, because since we accepted the story mission, we get this. So as we can see, the wolf shade is Satanist. Is also has a mind, you know. Sentient thoughts. And there are some shades out here. They're kind of unique-ish. They wear different armor from a lot of the other smaller shades. I do not know if they have unique.
Curious to find wolves in the desert.
No?
What sustenance could they possibly hope to attain here?
Looks like I should have said yes.
But, I don't know if they have unique drops. I did get one ward, and I believe, we're gonna get here in this particular video. I think it was on this particular trip. If it ain't, then it's in one of the ones I cut out. But, they did drop a ward for me, but I don't know if it's unique to them. I don't even know if there's really a ward list that tells which shades drop which wards. I don't know if anyone's ever actually did that. Yeah, I think I cut it out then. Okay then. Can't do much about it. But anyway, you take the ornament to the strange store, and the strange store will give us a new map. No, wait. No, actually, take that back. We give it to the strange store, and the strange store gives us a gold coin, and then we bring it back, and the blacksmith gives us a map. Yeah, that was it. All 12 of you that will always type in the comments that fix my mistake there, too late. But anyway. Yeah, he's gonna give us a coin. I got what you need. A coin. Exactly what you would find at a strange things shop. Don't know why, but whatever. Plus, I feel like they could have done a lot more with the strange store shop, to be honest. There could have been probably a lot more quests or actual strange things to purchase. But, they didn't really do anything, so what can he do? What can he do? Oh crap, I left the one back in. Whoops. Well, maybe this is where I got the ward drop. Yeah, actually, now I think about it, this is where I got the ward drop, so this actually might be good. Might be good, maybe. If not, then we can talk about some more stuff about the wolves. So why that happens, whether the ward does or not drop. The wolves. So, the next episodes is, we're going to Facade. And we're going to be encountering why the wolves are here, what are they doing, why they attacked the wedding, and all that crap. So that dialogue completely is contrary to the actions we saw at the wedding. So you might be like, okay, so the wolf believes peace is possible between the humans, which would be us, the shells, who will actually just be soulless remains of humans, but and them, and he knew this very well. So clearly, you know, he has known somebody, at least you can get from that dialogue. But of course, what changes his mind? What makes him choose that we need to just kill these fuckers or something? Was it an act of vengeance against the king himself? remember during the fight, I think it was Grimoire Vice mentioned that they seem to actually be targeting the king. Is it possible the king of Facade had somehow changed his mind or made him give up the hope that they could somehow coexist? It could be possible. I know the answer. But you don't, and I won't be telling you. You gotta wait till we get there. Or you could cheat and just look up somebody else's Let's Play. Cheat off! Yeah, I know, you're always half tempted to do it, aren't you? No, boy, we'll be getting there. That's what I keep telling myself. At walk. Now, I find it funny that, his wife is just named Villager. You'd think they would have actually named her, like, wife, blacksmith's wife, or something, but she's just Villager. Just seems a little odd to me, though. Oh, I'm sick of these goose chases, damn it, Neil. Let's just get back to these things and leave these trifle matters alone. If we all listened to Grimoire Vice, we'd never have any real freaking progression now, would we? It's the hunt, Vice! The hunt! The hunt is on! So now that you're at this point, we have to again go up and let her look at the map again. This is probably the most busy walk you do in this. I'd say the only other quest that's a lot of busy walk is if you decide to get the iron pipe. Like I think I've already mentioned it before. If I haven't, I guess I will. The iron pipe you get as a reward for the second ending as well. So you don't have to do the quest to get it. But if I remember correctly, because I did try to do that quest if I remember, that quest is also annoying if I remember properly. So I think then this one are probably the most real walk you have to do overall for weapons. Most of the others are pretty cut and dry. Okay, give me the instructions. Where is it? So it's in North Plains, which is the area with the bridge and everything, and the wild boar you can kill, you know, outside that leads to Junk Heap, the highway, and the weird forest of wards and mist and death. The Death Dream. You know, that whole forest is really creepy, though. I still can't get over the fact that only 3 people live there. 3 people! Every other fucking place in this game has more people than you. And no, I don't count Junk Heap. I don't. But if you do, then I guess not. Let me. So anyway, in the North Plains, it's pretty easy. All you simply have to do is go where the bridge begins. But of course, your first question would be, where does it begin? Well, we know there are 2 ends to the bridge. One's at Junk Heap, and the other one's near the entrance to the forest. So basically, it has to be one or the other. But I mean, you could argue either one being considered the entrance or the start of it, so. However, the one we want to go to is the one near the forest. And of course, if you have the boar, you can kind of get there really quickly, one there, whichever. It doesn't take very long, obviously. You just got basic shades coming out to kill you. You know, I kind of feel like it was a lost opportunity to put more threatening shit out here. I mean, this is one of the biggest outdoor areas in the game, so it was kind of a shame there couldn't be a few interesting random encounters. But anyway, when we go over here where the actual bridge is connected to the landmass, we want to go down and right there under the very beginning, we get the leopard shot. And Grandma Vice is like, this well worth it. By the way, we got some damn real treasure. The damaged map is done. I'm comparing the attack power. Anyway, well, there's the weapon. We'll show it off real quick. It still has the same attack pattern, but it's much weaker than mine at the moment. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time on Nier, where we'll have to solve the...